I'm just tired of working so hard.
Oprah, I feel like you did something to Taraji, and I feel like you need to go ahead and say what you did and apologize. Yeah.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? Take care, Destiny here, and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we still want to talk about the Color Purple movie and all that. So Taraji and Henson, they've been doing this media rant about the movie, and she spilled out some tea, and she was very emotional about this, calling out the industry about them paying black women really low and paying black women very little. And this has really spiked a lot of conversation. Some people are saying that she was talking about Oprah, because Oprah was one of the major producers of this movie, and Oprah actually did the original. Is that the original? The one Oprah and Fitch, what's the man's name? The old one, the classic, The Color Purple. So apparently a lot of people, they just instigated a whole lot of people saying that, oh, Oprah has something to do why Taraji is being emotional about how black women are being treated and paid in the industry. And they just picking back to what Monique said a couple of years ago that got her blacklisted about everything. But anyway, let's go check out some of the clip people brought out after Taraji has done this interview. And apparently Taraji actually speak about this on multiple interviews, which I'm going to play two for you guys. And also some of the clip that made people to conclude that during the press round about this movie, Taraji was not happy with Oprah, and that there's like a grief between she and Oprah. Anyway guys, let's go check out what Taraji has to say and some of this clip, and then we'll come back and talk.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, here's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay? So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed, sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. It's still not mathing, and I'm really getting tired of black women having the same story. It's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom, and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. When where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary, and almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth, and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can, and we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
So that's what she said in the interview, and that just sparked a whole lot of conversation going on, and people were saying she was directly hitting on Oprah, because we know Monique called Oprah straight, doing Monique calling, even till now she's still calling Oprah straight. So people just went on like, you know what, Oprah is part of the production, so probably why would Oprah be in the room and black women are being paid less? And they just strike a whole lot of conversation. But these are some of the clips that people pulled out for one of the tour they did in, I think, New York. And guys, let's just check it out.
Child, I just want to know, what did Oprah do to Taraji? Like, check this out. Look how she walk up, right? They all walking up. Look at it. Okay, look. They don't greet each other. Taraji looking over here in space, just so she don't have to make eye contact with Oprah. Oprah doesn't turn to the side and say anything to her. Okay, I can't remember her name. I think her name is Danielle, this other actress. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie on her, but I love her. Here come Fantasia. And look, she right there by Taraji, right? Right? And look what she do. Look what she do. Scoot them down and get at the end. Now, where y'all know Oprah to want to miss up on being in the middle in a photo? Where you know her to not want to be in the middle of a photo, y'all? So yeah, I'm believing those rumors that they got a beef going on. Maybe Oprah want to try to give Taraji them coins. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Leave y'all opinions and thoughts below that.
Henson, should hello everybody. God, the color purple means so much to me.
Gratitude. I'm deeply grateful to be here with you and my sisters. This film is everything.
Hey, y'all. It means a lot to me to represent for all of the young ladies.
Came here when I was 15 years old. I came here, that was one of the stops. We came to see The Color Purple, and we came to the Empire State.
Most importantly, it's joy. It's joy, it's hope, and the most precious thing to me is sisterhood. So that's what The Color Purple means to me. Enjoy it. Make sure you take your friends and all your family and flood the theaters. Yes. Christmas Day.
Yes. It's to be celebrated, and we thank you for allowing this platform for us here. I've never been to the Empire State Building. My first time.
Let me know if you saw the whole body language. Like, obviously for me, I saw it, and allegedly it's been said that, oh, Taraji and Oprah, they probably had it during their media tour and all that. But clearly something is really going off between Taraji and Oprah, because you can clearly see the body language. The first one, you could see that Oprah was just avoiding Taraji, and you can see that Taraji was just being there. She doesn't seem like she wanted to be there, but she had to be there because of contract. Same thing with the press conference one. You could see Oprah touching everybody, but Taraji, she just kept her hands to herself. And then when it comes to Fantasia, there was this look in Fantasia's face when Oprah touched her. Just go check out that, like, go back and see that video. There was this look Fantasia did, like, when they look. Anyway, just go check it out. So let me know what you think about the entire body language, what you think about what Taraji P. Henson said. Go on and share your thoughts. But this has gotten a whole lot of people talking. A whole lot of people have their opinion about what's going on and what Taraji said and Oprah and all that. But before I go on, Taraji has come to clear the air on Instagram, stating that nothing is going on between she and Oprah, that the both of them are doing well. They have a great relationship. So yes, what Taraji posted. So she posted this picture, and this picture was taken on that day. And for me, I find that very interesting. And then on a write-up, she said, "It is so important for Black women and all women of color to support each other," which I totally agree. Said, "It is also imperative to have women of color in decision-making position across all industry. Thank you for responding to my message with the compassion, understanding, and support that I have received. With that being said, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than steady and solid beacon of light to all the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I need, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision making black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do. Anyway, so let me know what you think about Taraji coming to make clear the air after people were calling Oprah, which we're going to get to what people were saying. Let me know what you think about it. She coming to speak up. So let's go hear people's thoughts on this, because I personally have a lot to say, and even post she did, this post she just did, now I have a lot to say. But let's go hear other people's thoughts on this, then I'll come back and share my own thoughts.
And I break another glass ceiling. When it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom.
Earlier this year, I came to the conclusion that Black excellence is not going to break any glass ceilings, and it is not going to save us. I thought it was just an influencer marketing thing because I'm a full-time creator, but then I saw Angela Bassett get snubbed at the Oscars for Wakanda Forever. Then I saw La Roche quit fashion because he was at his breaking point with the glass ceilings in that industry. And then I saw the editor of British Vogue step down, which is still unclear what that was about, because he had completely changed the face of the magazine and diversified and was getting more buzz than American Vogue, to be honest. And I think Taraji saying this out loud just confirms that this needs to be public conversation, because these issues are systemic, and there's no way that you can excel your way past gatekeepers and people with privilege locking you out of opportunities that you worked hard for and earned. I don't know what the answer is, because again, this is so systemic. And when you look, especially if you spend any time on LinkedIn or on the About Us page at any of these agencies and Hollywood corporations, you'll see that everybody at the top doesn't look anything like us. And so if I have any suggestion or idea of which way to go, aside from this being public discourse so we can all come together, I think Issa Rae is probably doing the best job at creating those opportunities for herself and extending them to others. Like, I think ownership really is the only way moving forward. But I would love to know what you guys think. And to be honest, I still might write an article about this because it needs to be further explored.
So what's the difference between this actress and this actress? Now that Taraji has come out and expressed the unfair practices of Hollywood and how underpaid she has been in the last 25 plus years, everybody believes Taraji. But when Monique exposed them hoes, everybody said she was crazy. Everybody said that she was vindictive. She was jealous. Yeah, let me flip it back to Monique right quick, her picture, because a lot of people claim that this woman was crazy. She was batshit crazy. She was jealous, vindictive. What she was doing was embarrassing our culture. You even had Steve Harvey, someone who I thought was cool with Monique, telling her that she needed to play the game. Everybody was against Monique, but guess what? I feel like she's been vindicated because of this right here. Everybody knows how Oprah is. Everybody. But they deal with her because they have to deal with her if they're going to get work. If you're not kissing up to Oprah, you can be blacklisted in the industry. I peeped their energy during the press junket of The Color Purple. It's some shit that's real off there, and it's hard for Taraji to hide it. They say that Taraji has been speaking out more and more about these unfair practices and low wages of these, seemingly prominent actors in Hollywood, black actors in Hollywood, and how they're always underpaid as opposed to their counterparts. And people like Oprah, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, they are the gatekeepers. They have masters too. So this right here, this does not surprise me one bit. Her reaction does not surprise me one bit. Monique tried to tell y'all. She tried to tell you.
Maybe Taraji said, not today, not on today.
She said there's no beef between her and Miss Oprah, and she is controlling it at this moment. I wouldn't be me if I didn't mention white supremacy in my videos. But this is another thing. This is another way that white supremacy comes to play, girl. Whiteness and white professional culture values niceness. It values not really rocking the boat, especially not publicly. I wonder why white people throughout history would not want anybody rocking the boat and naming when they've harmed them. And obviously nobody's white here, but someone's a billionaire. And I wonder why it'd be beneficial to a billionaire for someone who their wealth hoarding practices actively harms to not say that it's actively harming them and that they are the reason that they are experiencing this pain. I wonder what the benefit to that person would be.
Oprah, I feel like you did something to Taraji, and I feel like you need to go ahead and say what you did and apologize. Yeah, because Taraji has come on this internet and said what she said, and she ain't verbally say Oprah did it, but whatever happened behind the scenes that wasn't looking right for Taraji, Oprah had something to do with it, and I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care. Because Taraji said she had to fight for her earnings as it pertains to getting paid. And for her to say, why are we even remaking The Color Purple? With a little side eye, something tell me that something ain't right. And the something that ain't right is telling me it's Oprah. But Taraji, Oprah had something to do with it, and I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care.
I agree. Oprah will always be a coon to me. Oprah acted in Color Purple. She never watched it. Because if she watched it, she would understand why she should be doing the opposite of what she's doing now. You're a black billionaire looking at the faces of all these up-and-coming black actors and actresses, some also OG. They're still not getting paid what they deserve, and you're okay with it as long as you're not the one struggling. That's sick. This is her second time around with this film, and she should know the struggles that they went through, like Danny Glover, Whoopi Goldberg, to be in the film. You should have definitely made sure they got paid. And if Taraji didn't get paid what she deserved, I can only imagine what they paid people like Danielle Brooks and Fantasia. But I promise you, when this film grosses millions, the same people that made this happen, the actors and actresses, will not see a cent of it.
You would have done it for nothing.
I would have done it for nothing.
Yeah.
That's how you know you really love something, when you really would rather.
Between Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg, I don't know who's more farthest from out of touch. She's talking about, I only made $35,000. I would have done it for free. That's how you know you really look. Girl, be for real. And the fact that you tried to downplay Taraji and Fantasia's story by making this comment right here when they're on a tour talking about how underpaid black women are is very telling in your position. She's saying she would have done it for free because she wants the people who work for her to do it for free, like Monique allegedly. Her making this comment was very dismissive. It was rude. And honestly, it was just uncalled for. Why would you not be in solidarity towards the women that makes you money? Exactly. Child, what do y'all think about this? And make sure y'all follow my YouTube, Dark Skin Queen 2.0, where I post 3 to 4 videos a day, y'all. Let's get it.
So I would like to chime in to the whole Oprah and Taraji thing, because I think I have like I think I'm onto something. So an article had came out with Oprah stating how the threshold for the movie was getting so big, it had gotten so big that they were interested in getting Beyonce or Rihanna. Those are my girls, but they not no motherfucking actresses for real. So I feel like that's why Taraji like, oh, they'll play in my face, they'll play in your face, da da da. And she has stated how she was about to not do it. So I feel like she probably like, I was about to get Beyonce or Rihanna, they're not even actresses, and y'all had me, y'all was trying to play me. And that's why she pissed the fuck off, because y'all playing in her face.
Hey, my beautiful people. So I have looked into the Taraji P. Henson and Oprah Winfrey situation. Taraji P. Henson seems to be very dissatisfied with Oprah Winfrey, and I'm going to tell you why. You know I had to look into it and give y'all a reading on it. First of all, let's say this. When I first seen that The Color Purple was coming out, reinventing itself, a new movie, I'm like, why? Why are we making another Color Purple? Like, let it be back where it was. As an adult, I know Color Purple is a classic, but me watching the movie as an adult, I said there was no reason that I should be watching that movie as a child, and the movie is depressing and horrible. But nonetheless, I would have to say it is a classic among the black community, but unfortunately it has some very negative attributes to the movie. So with that being said, Taraji did not want to do this movie. Fantasia did not want to do this movie. First of all, they're not paying them enough to do this movie. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where Taraji is upset. Here's where Fantasia is upset. Although Fantasia is doing a good job of putting on her poker face, they were forced to do this movie. Oprah, as you can see, she's the main character here. Main character syndrome when it comes to reinventing The Color Purple. She forced them to do this movie. If they did not do this movie, their career would be over. Taraji is on the verge of telling it all. Like, every day is a struggle for her not to tell it all. So if they still wanted a career, still want to be in movies, they had to do The Color Purple. Oprah made them do this. She showed her hand. They didn't give Oprah Winfrey all that money for nothing, for her to sit back and be rich. She's a puppet. She's still a puppet. She still has to do what they say. And plus, she's using her powers to get what she wants as well. She don't care. Ain't no sisterhood. So that's the tea. Oprah made them and threatened them with their careers if they did not do the movie.
And almost had to walk away from Color Purple.
Okay, I've been watching the whole press tour, and all I kept thinking was, Oprah got it right this time. And I know it's not all on her, right? I'm not blaming her. But I was thinking about Monique's experience, and I thought, okay, they look like they're having a really good experience, that maybe they're being compensated for the press tour. And then to hear Taraji say what she's saying, it makes me think, if she is being compensated, did she have to fight for it? And if she had to fight for it, why? You know, but maybe that's just life. We have to fight for it. And she's saying really the same thing Monique said. I'm not just fighting for myself, but I'm fighting for all the women that are going to come behind me. So.
Oh, I feel like you did something to Taraji, and I feel like you need to go ahead and say what you did and apologize.
Dear, you're being messy. But I'm going to just say this. As much as I agree that Oprah needs to be held accountable for her crimes against the diaspora and her association with Jeffrey Epstein, she's not the only one at fault. Look, we could go down the list of the amount of black people who have played in Taraji P. Henson's face out in Hollywood, but in all actuality, we need to blame the institution of Hollywood itself. Because what they do to us, black people and people of color, they typecast us. Taraji P. Henson has proven to the general public that she is versatile and that she can play almost every role. But one role that she said that everybody was stuck on was Cookie. And you know what they say about black people, when we find one thing we're good at, we'll stick to it. The thing is that, you know, that has worked its way into white ears, the same white ears that run Hollywood. Hollywood thinks that all she's good for is playing Cookie, or a character adjacent to Cookie. Or could apologize, but what is that going to do? That's not going to solve the problem that is happening in Hollywood, where they typecast almost every single black and or person of the global majority who is acting their ass off out in Hollywood or in film. Taraji wasn't necessarily pointing fingers at anybody that she's worked for, but what she's trying to say is that Hollywood needs to just do better. There are plenty of non-black actors and actresses with the same level of versatility as Taraji P. Henson that don't have to fall victim to typecasting. Why does she? Why do we have to fall victim to typecasting and then to just come out and say, we're tired of this shit for y'all to take us seriously, for y'all to take her seriously. Yes, we should hold our powerful black creators accountable for fucking us over, like the rest of Hollywood. But we need to hold Hollywood as a daggone institution accountable. Oprah doesn't need to apologize because that apology is probably long overdue. And either way, no one's gonna hear it. We need to pay our black actors and actresses what they are worth and not play in their face.
I feel like you did something to Taraji, and I feel like you need to go ahead and say what you did and apologize.
All right, I can't stop talking about Oprah because she be in everything. That's why she's connected. She is deep with her, okay? So I remember when I went to HBCU, Coppin State University in Baltimore, and they had scholarships. Like, you know, we had scholarships for minorities too there, believe it or not. Okay, and these twins came over, and I think they were on a tennis team, and they were from Sweden, and one went to go intern with Oprah, and she said that was the worst experience of her life. She thought Oprah was a beautiful, loving, kind person, and she found out that was mean and evil, and it turned her off. And ever since then, even before Monique came out and said what she said, I was always side-eyeing Oprah, because here we are in the middle of an HBCU, in the middle of the hood, and there's two white girls from a foreign country telling me Oprah is mean. That means Oprah is mean. Oprah is mean. So then, did y'all see the clip where Oprah and Taraji and all they getting ready for a picture, and Taraji and Oprah are next to each other, and then Oprah moves to the other side to be away from Taraji? Come on in, y'all, peep game, y'all, body language, okay? Look at nonverbal clues to tell how people are really feeling, even if they don't see, okay? Nonverbal clues, nonverbal language is a language, and it's a universal language. You don't have to speak any other language to see from somebody's body language that they're comfortable. Okay, that's all I have to say about that.
I just saw this on Instagram. Taraji just posted this to Instagram, thanking people for their compassionate messages and understanding and support. Then says, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to all of us. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do. I'm glad that she felt that she got what she needed after that conversation, but why wasn't this taken care of from jump? Like, when she signed on, why wasn't her money making sense? Her workload making sense? Why wasn't that making sense from the jump? If she never said anything, she would have been suffering in silence like a lot of people do. Now it's getting attention. Now they want to help her. Give people what they deserve from the beginning.
Now we have more. Now notice how Oprah treats everybody during this press conference. Taraji is first, right? Now look at her eyes. She looks down when she's talking about the movie. She wasn't excited about it. Now you notice how Oprah is touching him. He's touching her back. He's excited. He loved the experience. He wants to do it again. Oh! Fantasia was surprised that Oprah touched her, to the point that Oprah removed her hand. Fantasia knows something. Danielle, she's new to the game. She doesn't know what's going on, but she's just excited to be there, and we're excited for her. Now Taraji, notice her voice. It's not excited. It's not, glad to be there. She's fulfilling a contract. She's just trying to run down the clock and get out of there. And notice how her body is trying to escape before her voice. Look at that. She is just trying to get out there. Oprah, we're not talking to you right now. We need to back up Taraji like we should have backed up Monique. We need to stop remaking these movies because we don't want to see more.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Here on the channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go on and share your thoughts. Okay, so please be respectful. So before I go on with this video, everything about Oprah and Taraji is not alleged. People are just assuming, no fact for sure, that Taraji and Oprah had any issues during the making of The Color Purple or even during their press tour. There's no fact on that. Everybody just assuming and reading body language and giving their opinion. But what's for fact is that Taraji actually spoke up about how being a black woman, how she's been treated, how there's no raise, how it's almost like they underpay her. And for me, it's like, okay, if they're paying the main actors, and this is where the video I did previously about the creator that did something about The Color Purple and was called out for it. if you can pay a creator on social media 40,000 and for the creator to just make a 1-minute video just to promote the movie, 40,000 US dollars, what's wrong with you paying the actress, them making like what is due for them? But I also understand why a lot of people are side-eyeing Oprah is because she is one of the very few black women that are in this decision-making position, and she's actually one of the major producer of this movie. So why can't she just be a rock for black women and just make okay for once a black woman gets paid rightly? And for me, that just like, and this is not the first time Oprah has been called out for underpaying black people, especially black women. This is not the first time Monique has called her. And I feel like a whole lot of people, there's this Monique clip, I think I'm going to play the clip for you. There's this Monique clip, Monique was talking about how she felt the first time before she even thought of speaking at. And I feel some black people, especially the black people in the industry, had this Oprah syndrome. I'll call it Oprah syndrome, that even Oprah can do no wrong in their eye, and even if they see the thing that the thing is wrong, there's always that thing, because Oprah has always been like this big auntie to the black community that everybody loves in the black community, except until now that everybody's speaking up. That it just makes you feel uncomfortable. It's like you're going against your own auntie for you to speak up and say, you know what, I don't like it and I don't like being treated this way. So I feel like a whole lot of people come this far. I'm going to play clips more of Monique. Just listen to the Monique one.
See, this is why me and Oprah Winfrey got a problem. Till that woman says, let me apologize to you publicly, it'll be to the day I leave this earth. Because what you did was malicious, and it was intentional, and it was ugly. Say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are. It was all said and done, Oprah Winfrey calls me. And in that moment, I was still stuck in, this is Oprah Winfrey. How do I say, you had my mother, my father, my other brother, and I'm stuck in that moment. And when we hung up that phone, my husband looked at me and said, what's wrong with you? That's not what we made of. You know how you felt about that and how you feel about that. And you need to let that woman know, I don't care about a title and a position. That's not what you cut from. So it was my obligation to let Oprah Winfrey know how I really and how you feel about that.
Yeah, so that's Monique, and you see what I'm talking about. So for me, I just feel like Oprah should be that person that stands for black people, especially for black women. But we know some black people, they'll get into the room, and rather than them looking out for other black people, they want to please the other people that are not black people and people of color. They rather please those people than to stand. We have people like that, even here in my society. Like, it's just so funny how, I'll give you guys this story. I know it has nothing to do with this, but that's how sometimes we black people try to panel around white people just to make them comfortable and make other black people uncomfortable. And I feel like allegedly Oprah might be doing that, because Oprah is making a whole lot of money. And the truth is that Oprah still needs more money. Like, does she really needs more money? Like, really? Anyway, guys, please go on in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go on down in the comment section and share your thoughts. But please be respectful as always. Go on and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.